Hello there, Ben Bowers, the Spirit Specialist, and I am here today to tell you about Black Cow Christmas Spirit, which is produced by Black Cow Vodka Company, which was set up in 2012 by a couple of dairy farmers who were looking to take advantage of some of the byproducts of making cheese and milk that otherwise would have got thrown away. So they actually make a vodka, which is made from the whey, which is one of the byproducts. They use a specific type of yeast, and it turns those natural lactose and sugars into alcohol and means that they can distill it into a vodka. And the Christmas Spirit, which is relatively new at the time of recording, uses the Black Cow vodka as a base, which they then macerate the ingredients of a very rich Christmas cake to produce a very, very Christmassy spirit, hence the name. So the ingredients that they're macerating the vodka in to produce the spirit is as such. We have brown sugar, currants, figs, raisins, orange zest, lemon zest, cinnamon, and vanilla. Now, one thing I would say is I do recommend having this chilled. If you have this at room temperature or slightly warmed, that cinnamon element tends to come to the fore, and if you're sort of not too keen on spicy elements or kind of overpowering flavours, the cinnamon does get a little bit too OTT, to be perfectly honest. However, chilled out the fridge or even the freezer, that cinnamon element comes down and all that fruity element really comes to the fore. So definitely recommended chilled. It's on the nose, the cinnamon is there first, but it's supported by all those fruits and the orange zest and the lemon zest. That citrus zest really comes through. It really is like sniffing a kind of pre-cooked Christmas pudding. On the palate, a nice rich creaminess, which is from the vodka. The spice is there, but you do get that fruit. It really is like a liquidized Christmas cake. Now, the brand recommend drinking it in a long cocktail with Prosecco or champagne. Now, we did have this at home one night with a Prosecco that was quite dry, and what I would say is that the cinnamon element sort of battled against the dryness of the Prosecco. So what I would recommend is if you're going to have this with a champagne or a Prosecco, try and get one that's off dry. So a demi-sec champagne, an off dry Prosecco, even something like Asti. It's just something with a little bit of extra sweetness that's going to bring the fruitiness through, is going to dampen down that cinnamon element a little bit more, and it works brilliantly well. But with a bone dry sparkling wine, it just fights a little bit too much, unfortunately. It might work for you, but we just found the balance wasn't quite there. They also recommend warming up some apple juice and adding this in and having essentially like a Christmassy hot toddy. That is absolutely beautiful. One thing that we did find, and I take full credit for to my wife here, she was the one that came up with this. She absolutely loves Christmas cake, but it's less the cake and more the marzipan and the icing that is on top of it. The more marzipan and icing, the more she'll like it. And what we've discovered is if you add something like Seltzer Amaretto Liqueur, which is also available from the shop, if you add just a little drop of this, it doesn't even need to be like 50-50, just a little drop of this, it turns the Christmas cake element of the Christmas spirit into Christmas cake with a big wodge of marzipan and icing across the top of it. It's all there, that big thick layer of marzipan, the icing on top that's got those decorations, and then a nice big rich Christmas cake underneath. It is absolutely superb with that amaretto in. With something like Di Serono, because Di Serono is a little bit lighter, it's not really going to work so well. You kind of get the element, but because the Seltzer is a little bit thicker and richer, it works brilliantly with the Christmas spirit. A fantastic combination. So, incredibly festive, really, really warming, really does make you feel good, really gets you in the mood. So this is available from our website, www.spiritspecialist.com. You can order through the website, you can choose click and collect from our store in East Yorkshire, or we can do nationwide delivery across the UK, or come in the store, pick up a bottle, see if there's anything else that you fancy, maybe pick up a bottle of the Amaretto to go with it. I've got a tiny little bit left that I'm going to finish now, but I wish you all the best for the festive season and all the best for the new year. Cheers. Oh, that's good.